loud, can you hear us? Yes, we can hear you. Hold on just a second. Thank you folks for your patience. I would like to now call the York Township Board of Trustees regular board meeting to order for February 10th, 2026. May I first have Bernadette Young lead us in a pledge of allegiance. You can do it from right there. I'll stand.
I pledge allegiance to
To the flag of the United States of America
and
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk, may a roll call vote, the roll call, please.
Trustee Moore.
Present.
Trustee Sutherland.
Present.
Trustee Messner.
Present.
Trustee Rego.
Trustee Rego is present via phone.
Okay, and Supervisor Murray.
Present.
Okay, so four physically present, one remote, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Clerk. May I have an approval of the minutes? 1 second. So the first approval will be for the January 13th regular board meeting minutes. May I have a motion for that approval, please?
Mr. Supervisor, Trustee Moore would like to move to approve the minutes of the January 13th, 2026 regular board meeting.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego.
Trustee Rego says yes?
Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
All right, 5 yeses, motion passes.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the closed session minutes, please?
Mr. Supervisor, Trustee Moore would like to move to approve the minutes of the January 13th, 2026 closed session.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion?
Yes, I am now just seeing the minutes of the closed session meeting. I have not had an opportunity to read through them. I don't know if this means,
If you just take a moment right now to read,
Okay.
you can. And in the sake of being a closed session, we can only have one copy and review. So each of the trustees and the guys have a chance, except for you, so you can take a moment to review those.
Mr. Supervisor, point of order while we're waiting for Trustee Sutherland. Is there a way that we can hear Trustee Rego's responses?
Al, can you respond? Yes.
Okay, thank you. We all wish to have a speedy recovery.
Folks, we're just taking one moment for trustee Sutherland to read through the minutes. Okay, and the fact that we had trustee Sutherland read through the minutes, I just want to restate that motion. Trustee Laurie, can you restate that motion, please?
Yes, trustee Laurie moves to approve the minutes of the January 13th, 2026 closed session.
Thank you. A second.
I second.
Trustee Lester, any discussion? Seeing no discussion, I'll call for a roll call vote. And tonight, just for everybody's awareness, due to the fact that we have trustee Rego on remote access, every vote will be roll call vote.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego.
Trustee Rego?
All right, Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
All right, 5 yes, no memo, motion passes.
Thank you. Next order of business is public comment. Do we have any public comment tonight? Public comment going once, twice? Thank you. We'll pass to our next agenda item, approval of the bills. May I have a motion for approval of the bills?
I move to approve the bills for payment from the Board Audit Report of January 9th, 2026 to February 3rd, 2026 for $465,243.09.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
I second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego.
Trustee Rego, can you hear us? Trustee Rego, can you hear us? Okay.
And we're voting on to approve the bills for payment. And it's your turn.
It's your turn for the vote of the bills for payment. Okay, thank you.
Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
All right, 5 yeses, motion passes.
Thank you. Next up on our agenda is staff reports. Just want to give a brief summary of the staff reports. Transportation had 382 trips this month, total revenue of over $1,200. General assistance to food pantry served 247 families, 634 individuals. We had donations in excess of $5,900 this month. That included a single donation of $1,928 from Ascension of Lord Parish and $3,900 from individuals. Very strong showing from individuals. Under our GA and EA fund, we funded over $6,000 this month. GA having 4 clients with 2 new applicants in the GA sector, and EA having 6 clients this month. Under our senior center, we had over 1,600 people that came into our senior center this month, were helped in person and via calls. On our communications, we've had multiple new menus added to our website, 29 new followers on social media, which was our largest jump in over a year. And then in our road district, I just want to highlight that they had over 104 Julie requests, so that is requests for them to come out on the marked land. That is an indication that spring is upon us and people are starting to pull permits and make repairs and new construction to their land. Under the assessor's report, the assessor is stating that they've accelerated their modernization initiative by implementing digital workflows and launching full online data access to enhance resident transparency. I will give a shout out to Assessor Pacelli, who's here. He's here at every board meeting, and he has openly said if there's any questions towards his budget, that he could meet with any trustee individually. Would be happy to go through the budget in detail. Any questions from the board regarding our reports, our staff reports? Hearing no questions from that, I will go on to item number 8 on our agenda, trustee reports. Are there any trustee reports? Trustee Moore?
Mr. Supervisor, I'm happy to announce that our Eagle Scout project, where the scouts are constructed 2 raised beds for our seniors to use when planting season begins. Unbeknownst to us, when this project was first proposed, the scouts who were the leads of this team, we weren't aware that under the very strict scouting rules, they had to complete that project before their 18th birthday. So they worked through really bitterly cold weather. There was a couple of delays because they had to redesign the project. We were under a time constraint, and they suffered some out-of-pocket expenses as did I, because the township offices were closed when we needed to get supplies. So I will help you. I submitted an expense report for reimbursement for both families, and looking forward to going out there when the weather improves enough we can fill them and everything ready for supposedly has it by March 1st. So we might draw that we have time to take a look at the back of the building on the south side of the building and see the scout projects, and thank them for their efforts.
Good. Thank you, Trustee Moore. Anybody else? Okay, can we move on to item number 9 on our agenda, approval of the intergovernmental agreement 2026 DuPage County Police contract. May I have a motion for that, please?
Mr. Supervisor, Trustee Moy, I would like to move to approve the intergovernmental agreement, the 2026 DuPage County Police contract.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I second.
We have a second. Do we have any discussion over it? Hearing no discussion, clerk, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Moore?
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland?
Yes.
Trustee Messner?
Yes.
Trustee Rego?
Trustee Rager, can you hear that?
Okay. Supervisor Murray?
Yes.
Okay. 5 yeses, motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, number 10 on our agenda is approval of an ordinance YT021026 RD tax abatement ordinance. And a motion for approval.
I move to approve the ordinance YT 021026 RD, tax abatement ordinance.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, another roll call vote, please, clerk.
Trustee Moore?
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland?
Yes.
Trustee Messner?
Yes.
Trustee Rego?
Trustee Rager? Okay, now you heard it.
Supervisor Murray?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, motion carries 5-0.
Thank you, clerk. Number 11 on our agenda, approval of the ordinance YT 031026T, tentative amended budget. And just for clarity to that budget is being amended because we have excess funds in our police fund, and we want to use them before the end of the year. May I have a motion on that, please?
I move to approve ordinance YT 03-10-26-T,
Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Clerk, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego. Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
All right, 5 yes, motion carries.
Thank you. Number 12 on our list, approval of RFP for the purchase of the police equipment for the township. And this is relative to what we just approved in the tentative budget. We have excess. We are looking at an RFP to support DuPage County Sheriff's Office with the purchase of equipment. May I have a motion for that approval, please?
I motion, to approve the RFP for the, police equipment in the amended budget.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I do think we should, at least clarify what we're, going to be approving here. I know there's a lot of sensitivity around police cameras and mounting them on traffic lights, which is my understanding of the, final rule of where this will be going. We have confirmed, I'm trying to find the language here.
I can state the language.
Okay.
Trustee. Yeah. So you're concerned with
The usage of.
the usage and specifically to immigration and to other usage, right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure the public knows and we are all aware of the limitations of this, that this is not just gathering of information for any purpose that we want, it's a pretty limited, usage for the information that we can gather from these cameras. Did you want to read the whole thing?
Yes. So at this time, I would petition to amend this motion to include the following in the RFP. An RFP on page number 8-2, it does state prohibited use, and under that prohibited use, it's immigration enforcement or cooperation with ICE. Prohibited is for abortion-related investigations, inquiries, surveillance, and enforcement, and commercial, civil, and non-governmental purposes. I did some research on this with DuPage Sheriff's Department. They stated that there is an actual Illinois law, so I would amend this RFP to include the Illinois law and state the amendment as follows. All entities comply with Illinois law 625 ILCS 5/2-130, which mandates that the Illinois LPR data may not be used to investigate or enforce a law that interferes with a person's right or choose or obtain reproductive health care services or any lawful health care services as defined by the Illinois Lawful Health Care Activity Act. Permits the detention and investigation of a person based on the person's immigration status. So that is an actual state law, and we are amending the RFP to state that in total.
And can you also comment on, I know that we had confirmed this, at least you, but I don't know if the rest of the board is aware, that we were not going to be using this for any minor traffic violation purposes.
Correct.
Only for major violations such as hit and runs, or major investigations.
Yes. For instance, I've given the board some kind of context to this. I'll give this to the public. About 2 years ago, there was a homicide at 16th and Myers Road, right next to the township. If that LPR camera was in place, that LPR camera would have caught that vehicle. They could identify to the sheriff the time of that and do a search query of that vehicle's license plate and be able to really speed up the investigation. It is crucial to the investigation purposes. I've also invited the department to come to our next board meeting, March 10th, and further give any explanation that the board or the public would like to hear.
And then, I'm sorry, I'm gonna add two things to this. Do we have the ability to add that this will also include, any, ACL guideline limitations as well? I'm sorry, ACLU guideline limitations?
We can definitely look into that. The Illinois state law, you have it in total here to get to the board if they would like to look at it. And from my purview, there was no ACL reference in this one.
Okay, if we could add that reference, I would appreciate that.
Okay.
And the ACLU is the American Civil Liberties. Yeah, right.
And also the clarification, this is money that was in the budget that was specifically, allocated to our police and law enforcement budget. So it really has to be used for police and law enforcement purposes, we can't use it for another portion of the budget.
That's a good point, Trustee Messner.
Just as clarification for everybody.
Okay. Any further discussion? Clerk, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego. All right, Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the intergovernment agreement for the LPR for DuPage County Sheriff's Department, please?
Mr. Supervisor, Trustee Moore would like to make a motion for approve the intergovernmental agreement on the LPR DuPage County Sheriff's under the tentative amended budget.
Thank you. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego. Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
Okay, 5 yeses, motion passes.
Thank you. Under number 14 on our agenda, approval of the hire of a part-time transportation driver. May I have a motion for that, please?
I motion to hire a part-time transportation driver.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Sutherland.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego. Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
5 yeses, motion passes.
Thank you. Number 15 on our agenda is approval of the strategic plan. I will motion that in lieu of trustee Rego being on the phone here, so everybody can be clear of this motion. I move to approve the strategic plan proposal and charge the supervisor with the authority to execute contract with said entity so we may begin the strategic plan process properly. May I have a second to that motion, please?
And second.
Thank you. Any discussion to that?
Yes, I have a question. Can, either you or trustee Rego can, just tell us a little bit more about this consultant, how, like, did we find them, did they find us, kind of the backgrounds, like what other townships or other municipalities they've done a strategic plan for, just to get some background information, because I didn't see it in the proposal, but just to get some more information on who would be conducting the strategic plan.
Trustee Rego, can you hear me? Can you, I will start, and maybe you could finish with the task that you had in terms of speaking with Mel Williams. Is that appropriate? Okay. So, through the strategic planning process and talking to other townships, I interacted with the supervisor at Schaumburg Township. His chief of staff administrator is Melissa Williams, who is the consultant here that we are proposing to use. I asked for his authorization PhD, has previously worked in state government and had federal government experience as well. She has done the strategic plan for Shopper Township, is very familiar with strategic plan and leading strategic planning processes. So that is where that came from. And then Trustee Rego interacted with her and recommended this for the board for tonight. Trustee Rego, can you do your best in terms of articulating that? Thank you.
And so in last month's board meeting, we had a strategic plan for the township of Schaumburg. Was that the one that was conducted by Dr. Williams?
Trustee Rego, did you hear that comment? She's asking if the strategic plan by Shopper was conducted by Mel Williams.
Okay. Have we had conversations with any? No, it's okay. Go ahead. Did you have any discussions with other consultants or other entities that could also provide a strategic plan for us, or was it, yeah? Were there any others that we spoke with? Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, can we move to roll call vote, clerk?
Trustee Moore.
Yes?
Trustee Sitherland.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego.
Trustee Rego?
Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
5 yeses, motion carries.
Thank you. At this time on our agenda, we have in our agenda the option to go into closed session. I hereby move that the board adjourn to executive session pursuant to section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act in order to consider the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the township, and section 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act in order to consider litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the township has been filed and is pending before a court for administrative tribunal. May I have a second to my motion, please?
I second.
Any discussion?
Maybe this is a point of order. Are we able to finish off, agenda item 17 first? So, or is that not allowed?
Technically, there's no discussion on motion to adjourn, but if, probably the chair would allow it, motion to amend the agenda to item 17.
Yeah, item 17 up.
For executive session.
Yes, I would allow, item 17 to be moved up, ahead of executive session, and then after item 17, we could, item 18, we could go into, closed session.
Yeah, out of respect for the people who might be waiting for the remainder of the meeting.
May I have a second to that amendment to motion?
I second.
Have a second to that, may I have any discussion to that amendment? Clerk, roll call vote on that?
Trustee Maury.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Trustee Messner.
Yes.
Trustee Rego.
Trustee Rego.
Again, Supervisor Murray.
Yes.
All right, 4 yeses, 1 abstention, motion passes.
Thank you. We'll go on to item 17 under new business. We have a amended budget notice. Just want to take note of that for the board, for the public. This is a notice that will be going into the papers regarding the township budget to make sure that we are amending the budget in a proper fashion and giving public notice for that fact. Any discussion on the board regarding that new business under an amended budget notice? Hearing none, we'll go on to item 17B, Township Community Event, America 250, celebration of our nation's 250th birthday. As many of you have known, our country will soon be celebrating a major milestone, the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. This is a once-in-a-generation moment, and York Township has the opportunity to be part of that history in a meaningful way. We're proposing an America 250 community celebration centered on the theme of togetherness. At a time when people often feel divided, this event is about bringing our residents, our partners, and even our neighboring municipalities together to celebrate. It's a chance to build community pride, strengthen partnerships, and remind everybody we are one people with a shared story. This celebration isn't just about looking back, it's about coming together, creating positive memories, and reinforcing the strong sense of community that makes York Township such a great place to live. I invite the board to comment on the idea and to host, on the idea of hosting this event. I will hand out to the board some specific ideas and time and specifics regarding the time and date right now. So for the general public, our date that we've identified is June 28th. Expected attendance, 500 people, right here on the township land, and in the back, Knowles Park would be where we would be hosting this. And then would really open up the floor for ideas from the board members on this subject. Trustee Maury?
Mr. Supervisor, in recognition of the 250th anniversary of our nation, I'm sure there are specific vendors that are starting to book up for these things, and I know we want to work within a budget. So I think I would like to consider looking into the cost of a drone show as opposed to fireworks. Drone performances are much safer, and they seem to be getting a lot of more popular every year. I'm not sure what the cost would be, but I would like to take one thing into consideration, as long as we keep within a budget.
Okay, and just so that the public and the board recognizes, bringing this up for really the discussion tonight, and then for the purpose of
coming back and asking the board to vote on a budget for us. So Trustee Moore very wise in asking about what that would cost, and that will give us 30 days to really research that cost. So thank you.
Yeah, I personally love the idea of hosting, a community celebration on, township land, inviting, various like agencies and, organizations or municipal partners. I think this is a wonderful way to get the community together, and, yeah, have like a wonderful day outside, hopefully the weather's nice that day. Yeah, I very much support this idea, and, I've hosted events like this before, helped throw them, and it's just such a wonderful time for people to get together. So, as far as like ideas, I'm looking at what's on here for now. I think these look great. We either last month or the month prior during our board meeting, we talked about like establishing like a youth committee, and I think this would be a really good opportunity to assemble a youth committee, in the next month or so, or however long we decide. They can help provide some guidance or advice or bring other ideas to the board that could also be part of the community celebration. Just another way to engage the community and the youth in the township.
Thank you.
Yeah, and one other idea, it's possible this way already be in the, I haven't really exactly.
That's okay.
Read everything specifically, but, I would think that each area of our township might have some sort of booth to, display what we do at the township. Like perhaps like the highway might have something on recycling, how you recycle, where the recycling is at, or something like that. And like your assessor has a booth on how to access your tax bills. And, maybe we have a booth for the senior center, helping
Sure.
get signed up for meals, and that type of thing. I think that would be a nice addition, and it's not, it might already be on this list.
It's not, it's very good. Any other discussion?
Great ideas. Great idea. Okay.
We could do like maybe for the kids, like a 1K run or something short and just have them use for that.
Okay. Great.
So my intention would be that we get together with staff and next month come back and request a budget line item for this event. And then we would be actively participating in this event. And as I know every board member on this dais will be there on the 28th and will be actively participating with us. Any other further discussion on this? Seeing none, I'll move to old business. Is there any old business first to discuss tonight?
Yeah, I think this might be under old business. I wasn't sure if it was old or new. But I know that we are currently, working on developing a new website, and I know this is a very long and tedious process, and it doesn't happen very quickly. But I was wondering if maybe by the next meeting, you might be able to get an update of maybe where
Thank you.
I have a comment to bring up in old business. I think it's old business unless we haven't brought this up before, but, I really appreciate that we have like an opportunity to stream and record our meetings for the public who aren't able to attend in person. I do think that we should probably invest in some better equipment. These microphones aren't the greatest, the audio isn't great in this room. Even when we have like remote, board members, the audio and the visual isn't really, clicking very well. I think I'd like to see some kind of a plan to maybe upgrade our audio visual equipment, to make these meetings a little more accessible to the public. We need to be remote for whatever reason, that we can be able to participate, and I just think it would be, I think it would be a lot nicer. Yeah.
Go ahead, trustee Rizzo.
I volunteered, knowing that I was taking time off of work for the next month or so, to go through the two proposals that we have, put together a gap analysis, go back to respondents, and then try to come up with that plan that you're talking about. This to what everything is that we need to work, the capabilities that we're looking for, and then to get a final cost of that, and then be able to bring that in front of the board for approval.
Sounds great.
My goal is to get that back in funds, and then the next meeting, there would be something to present to the board on the situation as well as the website.
Okay, thank you, trustee Rizzo. Any other further discussion on the old business? Thank you, then I will reintroduce, number 16 on our agenda for closed session and restate, the motion. I motion, to move, that the board adjourn to executive session pursuant to section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act in order to consider the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the township, and section 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act in order to consider litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the township has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal. May I have a second to that motion, please?
I second.
Here in a second, may I have any discussion?
Are we talking about two separate issues, or are both items considered the same issue? Because you mentioned two different, reasons that we're going to closed session.
Correct, that's what I'm stating, is those two reasons that we are going under closed session. And those, for specifically those two reasons.
So is that two separate topics, or are they all related to one topic that just falls under both of those reasons?
I'll seek some clarification.
So, first of all, there's no discussion on the motion to adjourn. Second,
Oh,
and
sorry.
we can talk in.
Okay. Okay, sure.
So here, if there's no discussion on this, I'm going to move to a roll call vote. Clerk, may I have a roll call vote?
Okay, trustee Moore,
Yes.
trustee Sutherland,
Yes.
trustee Messner,
Yes.
trustee Rizzo.
Trustee Rager, yes? Yes, yes.
All right, Supervisor Moore.
Yes.
Okay, 5 yeses, motion passes.
Thank you. To the general public, just as a courtesy, I expect this to take in excess of an hour. You're welcome to stay, but just in full acknowledgement, I would expect this to be an hour or more. Trustee Rigo, I will call you back when we get into closed session. Thank you, folks.